What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of the Narcissists Code. I am your favorite self-aware narcissist, Mr. Lee Hammock, aka Mr. Mental Healness himself, from TikTok, Instagram. I'm everywhere, y'all. I'm tweeting a little bit more now too. So if this is the first episode, first time tuning in, I am a diagnosed narcissist. I have narcissistic personality disorder. That's what I'm about. That's what I do. Yeah, I know it might blow your mind or whatever if this is your first time here, but the point of this channel is to bring awareness to mental health issues, to validate the survivors of mental health issues and narcissistic personality disorder. Today's episode is going to take you back to the beginning, like my origin story. I get this question a lot, so much, like how did you get diagnosed? Like why did you get diagnosed? Why did you go to therapy? How did you get therapy? All those questions will be answered in this episode today. I promise you. So thank y'all for tuning in and let's listen to this episode, y'all. This is gonna be not my most touching episode, I don't think, but you'll hear my life. So so pretty much, y'all, I've been diagnosed. I've been in therapy for 4 years. I've been diagnosed since 2017 and whatnot. I've been going to therapy for 4 years, and one of the main questions I get is, how did I get into therapy? Because so many people want to get the narcissist in their lives into therapy, or they want to get the suspected narcissist in their lives to therapy, hoping that they will change, hoping that they will become a better person and all this other good stuff, and they can have a normal, healthy relationship. I get that question so much. Point blank period, you cannot change a narcissist. It's not within your power to change a narcissist. I'm telling y'all, I am diagnosed as a narcissist. I have diagnosed narcissistic personality disorder, and I don't think I've changed. I have just literally redirected my personality traits into doing this stuff right here, into getting as y'all get validated, I get validated. It's kind of a symbiotic relationship. I still do the gaslighting stuff. I still do manipulation. I'm still hypersensitive to criticism. I hate getting criticized, y'all. I hate getting hate comments. I hate that type of stuff. I still have my ego. It's massive. It might not seem like it because I'm on here joking and laughing and stuff like that, and I'm very personable and I can be well spoken. It might not seem like it, but yeah, my ego is huge. I am my goal is to literally be the best narcissist. This might turn some of y'all off, like, oh, he's egotistical, blah, 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 he's so full of himself. I am a narcissist. I don't know what else to tell you. I've seen it so many times online, like, a self-aware narcissist is still a narcissist. There's no cure for it, y'all. So let's roll back. I just had to get that out the way first. But let's roll back to the beginning. 2016 was when I first encountered the word narcissist. Because this episode might change y'all way. It might make me thumbs down or whatever. But like I said, I'm just gonna be honest and real with you because I have to be real with you because some people still doubt that I'm actually a narcissist. So I have to keep it real with you. I have to keep it 100 or whatever the kids say these days. So 2016, I have January, February. I have like a five-month-old son. My wife left for work or whatever. I'm down on my luck, y'all. I'm not exceeding. I have a grandiose sense of self. I have absorbent dreams of being a famous actor and things like that. So that's not happening in 2016. I'm 31 years old. I'm down. I'm literally at a job I hate. Nothing is going right. I'm married or whatever. I got kids. Nothing is going correct in my life. Pretty much. Not necessarily rock bottom, but things like I didn't see my friends as much. I didn't see my family as much. Y'all, I'm pretty much isolated myself from everybody because I'm embarrassed of myself because my life isn't going the way I want people to be proud of me. I want people to look up to me. I want to be motivational and to people and things like that. So I just wasn't living that life. I was living behind a lie, and I knew it. I know it. People say, do narcissists know that they have something going on? Yes, I always knew I was different. From the beginning of my life, from the existence, I always known I was different. My emotions don't click like other people's emotions do. I used to watch people holding hands and stuff like that and wonder how can you care about this person so much that you want to hold their hand in public? Something as simple as that, y'all. How y'all kissing in public? Why are you doing that? What makes you care about this person so much? Help me be like this. Help me get there. I'm figuring it out. So I started reading Cosmo magazine, y'all, trying to figure out how to be, how to get girls, how to care about girls and stuff like that. So like I said, this stuff has been going on for a lot longer than me being diagnosed. Like I said, I've known I had some stuff going on. I didn't know what it was. I never had an answer for what was going on in my life. I literally knew something was going on in my head. I knew I didn't click with everybody. I knew I was always kind of an outsider on the inside because people liked me, because I was funny. Because I'm personable. Like I said, I can blend with any crowd. I was always a chameleon, a little young chameleon. You know what I mean? This started when I was in my youth. You know what I mean? So I've always known I've been guarded by people. Like, you know, I'm in anger for my entire life. Anger has been the number one emotion that I've been able to feel. My rage is something different, y'all. When I go to the narcissistic rage, it's something different. Even before I knew it was narcissistic rage, it was something different. It's like you get blackout anger. You know, it's like when I go into a rage, it'd be like, I don't know. I just like, it felt like I was taking a back seat to my own consciousness. You know, I was sitting back watching myself rage out. There's nothing I could do. So there was literally nothing I could do to stop the rage. And then when the rage ended, I'll be embarrassed. But I was always justify my rage by putting it on somebody else's actions. Like, you know what? I wouldn't have raged out if this person would have said that to me. So it's kind of their fault. That's what they get. Of course, I was embarrassed. I didn't want people to see that side of me. You know, that's what the narcissist. I like to put up the shield. I wanted nobody to see that side of me ever. So when people saw that side of me, I either had to, you know, justify it or I had to cut that person out. As bad as that sounds, I don't want that reputation to spread it. But my cousins and stuff like that growing up, like, hey, they call me, they say, hey, Lee is funny. But when he gets mad, you better leave him. Don't get him mad. Don't get him mad. They always know. So people make jokes about stuff like that. Like he got a different rage when he get mad. But nobody knew his personality disorder. They just thought I was, you know, thought I got really mad. I thought I got really mad. But like I said, I've been knowing I was different. Everybody else been knowing I was different. So all this stuff is accumulating up for 31 years. I'm rage screaming at my son for, like, you know, he's crying. I can't stop him from crying. I'm trying to do some work or something. I'm just like, I can't get anything done in this dang on house. I'm cussing, screaming. It just so happened my wife got home from work earlier that day. You know, she comes in, you know, she defends my son and whatnot. I got a good one. She's a good woman. Come home defending my son. I was like, that's why I'm not achieving my goals and dreams. Of course, I'm putting it on somebody else, y'all. I said, that's why I'm not achieving my goals and dreams, because I get no appreciation. I get no time to myself. Nobody understands me. Nobody gets me. Nobody is there for me like I'm there for them. You know, delusions, y'all. I'm delusional. And I said, it's so dang on hard living in this dang on house. And she comes back at me. She said, well, it's so dang on hard living with a narcissist. I was like, narcissist? To me, that word did not mean any kind of medical stuff. That word just meant like full of yourself. You know, this is 2016. I just thought it meant full of yourself. Like, this person is just full of himself. You know, I thought I'm a handsome dude. I'm like, of course I'm like, I look a certain way. I like to take care of myself. You are a narcissist. Like, if anything, like, you don't want, like, it take me 10 minutes to get ready. It take you 3 hours. You know, I'm just throwing it back. It don't take it 3 hours, y'all. I'm just throwing it back at her. But I was like, yeah, it take you, I'm throwing this stuff back at her. And I was like, just leave. I like, you are replaceable. Just get out. Like, you here because of my choice. So I can get somebody else. You know, she leaves, whatever. You know, in my head, I'm just like, why does she call me that? Like, why does she call me a narcissist? Like, this just doesn't make sense. I've never heard that word used, like, in such a like derogatory manner. So, you know, I get curious. I look it up on Google and realize that, you know, you put stuff in Google autofill stuff, or gives you, you know, suggestions. So I put in the word narcissist and, you know, click personality disorder. I was like, wait, what is this? Huh? So I get on there, I start looking at the signs and the symptoms and stuff like that. I'm like, wait, this makes sense. You know, I'm like, no. At first I'm like, no. But then you start, like I said, I've always been searching for answers, but I was just like, wait, this makes sense. And I just like it just felt like, you know, relief. And, you know, you Google narcissist, you're not gonna say anything good about narcissists. First of all, y'all, you just like when you Google the word narcissist, you're not gonna see happy-go-lucky entrepreneur. You're not gonna see like the good life. You're gonna see a bunch of bad stuff. So just kind of gotta cipher through it. So I'm reading through the bad stuff and the stories that people have put online about narcissists, and, you know, the signs and the symptoms, and I was like, y'all, this just makes sense. Like, this, I've been searching for answers of why I've been this way my whole life, and this is it. I'm just like, wow, you know. So I tell her, I text her, I was like, look, I looked up narcissists. I did not know this was a mental illness. I need some help. I don't know what to do. Like, what do I do? I'm like, I want to get you home. Like, what do I do? How do I get help for this? I'm looking online. There's no cure. So what the hell? Like, there's no cure for it. Why do I need to? Like, huh? No cure? What? Right then and there, like, there's hopelessness right there off the rip. No cure. I got a disorder in my brain. I think I have a disorder in my brain. But there's no cure for it? Huh? Wow. And she said, my wife was just like, just go to therapy. Let's go to therapy. Maybe we can work through this or whatever. So, you know, I, told I was going to therapy. It took a long time to get to therapy. But before I went to therapy, though, just like, let me see if I can find something. I felt alone, y'all. When I first saw that stuff, I felt alone. You feel like you're alone in this world and stuff like that. And it just, you feel by yourself. You literally feel like you're by yourself. Like, because you see the percentages, 0.5% are narcissists, 0.1% are narcissists. I know those numbers are skewed. Y'all don't come in, but I know those numbers are skewed because that's the percentage of people that's diagnosed, whatever. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, what do I, like, there's no cure, there's no like help, like what do I do? So I got on Facebook and put in narcissistic personality disorder, and there are actual groups online, oh my god, there are actually groups online dedicated to dedicated to narcissists, you know what I mean? Literally groups online that are literally just dedicated to people dealing with narcissists. They just like little not necessarily people dedicated with dealing with narcissists, people that are like actual narcissists, like other people that are dealing with the same things. So I joined those groups, y'all. Those groups were small back then, like a couple hundred people, maybe less than 1,000 people in there. And I was kind of secretive in there. I joined the groups. I'm in there being quiet and just reading stuff. I'm like, yo, this is me. This sounds like me. Oh, that's why I do what I do. Wow, I'm doing this stuff. Like, this is like, it just made sense, y'all. It's kind of like a safe space. So I just started joining the Facebook groups, And they were talking about the type of therapy you need to do and stuff like that. So, I got on Psychology Today from the site. They told me in the groups, get on Psychology Today, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I got on there, searched for a therapist in, Greensboro, North Carolina, and they dealt with narcissistic personality disorder. I went on there and, found my therapist, went to therapy, booked my first session, and I remember sitting in the therapist's office my very first session. I was like, what the hell am I supposed to do in here? Because you see therapy on TV. You see like you lay in a chair and they got the glasses on, writing notes down, saying, tell me more. Tell me more. That's what I thought it was gonna be. So I was like, oh goodness, I'm going here and just like I'm gonna make her think I'm a good person. You know what I mean? I don't want to be a narcissist. But on Psychology Today, you have to send an interest email. So I told them in the interest email that I thought I was a narcissist. So go in there, sit down with the therapist, and I just like I told myself before I walked in there that I was gonna be honest. I was like, I'm going in here, I'm gonna try to be honest. I was like, why not just give it a try? So I'm challenging myself. I'm very challenging to myself. I set goals and stuff like that. It's like, why not go and be a little bit more honest with this person? Got in there. The therapist is the same age as me, and she's like, so what brings you in here? The 31 years. I'm like, I just started crying. I cannot believe I started crying. Like, what? In the therapist's office, I just started crying. I just like, I think I'm a narcissist, and I like, blah, blah, blah. Then, a few sessions later, we kind of confirmed it or whatnot, but it just like, when you confirm, but you kind of know it, but you don't want to know it. But then when the therapist actually confirmed that what you are, what you are, it's kind of self-defeating, y'all. It's disheartening. I don't say it's depressing, but it's like you get really down on yourself because like now you have this. What do you do? How do you get past this? Like there's no cure. People online say I'm evil, so I guess I got to be evil for the rest of my life. I guess I got to be a bad person for the rest of my life. You know what I mean? I guess I have to do all this type of stuff. I guess I have to do this. I guess like literally guess I need to do this type of stuff. Like I guess this is my future. But I was like, man, no, that's not me. Yeah, I'm like, here comes the ego. You cannot tell me what I cannot do. Challenge myself. Like I said, went to the groups, got a little bit more comfortable in the groups, started commenting more in the groups and stuff like that, becoming more of a member. But then I was just like, time went by and I was just like, this is not it. Like, I'm tired of living in secret like that. Like, should not be embarrassing to me. Like should not be embarrassing to like be a man with mental health disorder. Like, because where I come from. You gotta be big, strong man. You don't cry. You don't show your emotions, stuff like that. So I'm just like, man, what the hell? Like, what am I supposed to do? So like, I started I started talking about it online. Like, I just started I started making posts on Facebook, on my real Facebook, not in the group. I started making posts on my real Facebook about how I just dealing with mental health issues, and people were very supportive. I'm like, people are not villainizing me. I'm like, wow, okay, this is not too bad. So that's when I started posting about it on Instagram, and kind of built up to the point where I was posting it on, like, doing videos and stuff like that, being more open about it. Because the more open I got about it, the more messages I got from people who actually knew me, and they was like, man, I listen to this stuff, man. It sounds like me, man. You keep doing your thing, you keep doing what you're doing, man. And like people around me that I didn't really talk to and stuff like that were supporting me. They was like, man, that's crazy. You said that stuff, that post, that made sense. Man, so I started doing videos about it. I've been doing videos about it since 18, 19, I can't think. It's been a while. Then I started making posts about it, trying to do like mental health minutes and stuff like that. But like it just didn't, like I had a YouTube channel a while ago called Mental Wealth. Like wealth, like WHEALTH, mental wealth. But like no, we get no traction. I was posting videos, nothing. That was disheartening as well. But like TikTok came along, and that's I posted it on TikTok, and it kind of blew up to the point where now it's like 378,000 people on my TikTok. Almost 10,000 on my Instagram, and YouTube is over 7,400. So it's like crazy where it's going right now. But like, it took a lot to get here. It still takes work. Like, I have to go to therapy for the rest of my life, y'all. Like, literally have to go to therapy for the rest of my life. There's like no choice, and I'm fine with it, y'all. I literally made it okay that I struggle with going to therapy sometimes. Like, I take months off or whatever, but I feel like I don't need it. But I definitely need to go there, so I keep going. Like, I'm not going to stop going to therapy because I know I need it. I like therapy, and I made it something that I like to do. I made it something like I challenge myself to go to therapy. Like, I challenge myself to go to therapy because there's no other narcissists out here doing it. What other narcissist is going to therapy every month at least, and getting his skills up or whatever, living a good life, living a decent life, you know what I mean? Get your wife back. Who's doing that type of stuff? So I challenge myself every day to do this stuff. Like, being self-aware is not necessarily like, it's not easy. It's a burden because now I know what I do. And I know, like, if anything therapy has taught me is to kind of think a little bit before I act. Because I used to be like, act. They say something, I react to it. I'm not so reactionary anymore. I take time. I listen now. I don't necessarily empathize. I listen. I can listen and respond. I don't have to empathize. I'm like, okay, I have trouble with empathy, so I can listen and respond. And people care about that. People care about hearing me listen and respond. So that's what I do. I listen. I'm very intuitive, and I respond. I said, I know it's disheartening to find out that you can't force them to therapy. You just can't do it, because even if you get the person in your life to therapy, if you force them to therapy, like, they have to want to go to therapy for themselves. They have to, sometimes it can't come from you. You're too close to the situation. You're too close. They don't want to hear it from you. You're the closest person to them in their lives. They don't want to hear that they are narcissists or anything bad from y'all. Camera actually died on me, so we got to start this part over right here. So, you can't get so I was saying earlier, you cannot force the narcissist to go to therapy, because if you force them to therapy, it's not really going for them. It's actually going for you. So ask yourself, even if you got your narcissist in your life to go to therapy, if you decided to leave them, would they continue going to therapy or would they leave therapy? If the answer is, they would definitely leave therapy, then they would not go to therapy for you. They're going to therapy. They're not going to therapy for themselves. They're going to therapy for you. And I like to call that performative therapy. That's just a performance for you, not for them. Because I go to therapy for myself now. So even if my wife decided to leave, I will continue to still go to therapy. When she left me last year, I was still going to therapy. I did not stop. I just kept going. I need therapy, y'all. Like, therapy enriches me. Therapy has changed my life and things like that. And another thing I want to kind of harp on as well, I know people see that I'm still with my wife or whatever, and they somehow they convince themselves that she got me through therapy. It was not. She didn't get me through therapy. Was she one of the catalysts? Yeah, she was one of the catalysts, but she was not the sole purpose that I went through therapy. Like I said before earlier in the video, I had so much stuff going on, like kids and stuff like that. Another thing that motivates me too is the fact that I didn't have a father growing up, so I challenged myself to be a better father than the father that I didn't have. So I can here's the ego again. I consider myself better than him. You know what I mean? So I was just like, if I don't parent my kids correctly, then I'm not better than him. So that's another challenge. So I wake up every day as a narcissist. Like I said, self-awareness does not mean I'm healed or cured or anything like that. I'm just aware of everything that I do, and sometimes that can be overwhelming, because I wake up I say this all the time. I wake up every morning and I battle my demons. Sometimes they win, sometimes I do. It's an everyday battle, everyday struggle that I just deal with, because like I said, awareness is now I know what's going on. Now I know my thoughts. Now I know why. But I think having the power to know why I think the way I think now, I think that has empowered me to continue to move forward and live better. It helps me get through the bad days and balance out the bad days and things like that. So like I said, don't put pressure on yourself because you can't get your narcissist to therapy. Don't make it seem like your value is less than. He won't go to therapy for me, I'm not worth it. No, it's not him. He won't go to therapy for himself or herself because they are not worth it to themselves. It ain't you. they're going to blame you. They're going to project on you to make it seem like you're the one who need it. But like, they don't want to go to therapy for themselves, because deep down internally they know that there is a problem that they do not want to address, because it's going to stir up some demons, it's going to stir up some issues, it's going to stir up some trauma and all that stuff. I do that all, like I'm telling you, therapy, trauma. But yeah, like I said, it just like therapy has helped me treat people better. Therapy has helped me along this battle better. You know, man, because every day I wake up, every time I go to therapy, I have a new revelation to share with people. I had a new revelation come here and share with y'all. And people have tried to weaponize my therapy now. Like, oh, you need a new therapist. Like, man, y'all, some of these people need to just be quiet. I'm like, okay, cool. You need a new therapist. Like, somebody had the audacity to tell me that I need a new therapist. Like, when I've been in therapy for 4 years, no credit. But anyways, y'all, thank y'all so much for tuning into this. I know this is a heavy episode. This is my longest episode. I think it's going on 20 minutes. Goodness gracious. I got y'all a tidbit today, didn't it? Because I got to talk about myself. This is my origin story. But yeah, don't take weight on yourself, because like, I know you want to get the person to therapy. I know you want your family to work. I know you want to unite your family and be together and things like that. And it sucks. But work on you. The best thing, if you want to remain in a relationship with a narcissist, the best thing to do is work on you. You can't change them. Work on you. Set your boundaries. Stick to your boundaries. You can't change them. You know what I mean? You can change you. You can adapt or whatever. And that's not even necessarily if you want to stay with a narcissist. That is in case that you want to leave and you just can't leave immediately. You have to work on yourself. Be better by yourself. Be comfortable with being alone. Don't like give the other person in your life, don't give them so much, power, and don't place so much value in their opinion of you, because they're always going to try to bring you down. When you're happy, they're going to make you sad. When you're sad, they're going to try to be the reason that you're happy. Or they might compound your sadness by adding some other stupid stuff to it. But I think that's about it, y'all. I'm trying to think if I missed anything. Like, I'm pretty sure I covered a lot of stuff in my origin. This is my origin story, y'all. Again, like I said, thank y'all so much for tuning in. I know this has been a long episode. If you made it to the end, thank you. If you don't know, I'm doing the 101s now on Zoom, one-on-one calls. The link is in the bio. Click the beacon link or go to my TikTok, my Instagram, whatever. The link is there too. Schedule 101. Like, I've been doing these 101s for about 2.5 weeks now. They're going pretty good, y'all. They're literally going pretty good. I'm changing lives, making people take action and stuff like that. It's amazing. People are literally taking action. Like I said, catch me on TV next Thursday on the Doctor, CBS. Your boy gonna be on CBS. Anyway, y'all, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm really truly appreciative of everybody, every like, every comment, or whatever. And even if you come over here to leave a dislike, you can leave a dislike on somebody to try to help people. You or something is wrong with you. I promise you. You have some evil in your heart that you need to heal. Like, come on now. I'm helping people. Like, you stigmatizing the mental ill. You're attacking me as a person when you come over here and leave a dislike. Well, that's cool, yo. I mean, I get it. But anyways, thank y'all so much. Peace out. Take care. Mental Healness out.